to my YouTube channel. My name is Evelyn. Thank you so much for the support that you're giving me. Yes, and for the new subscribers, if you've not subscribed, kindly consider subscribing. Yes, so this is Evelyn over here, and I've been sharing my stories. Yeah, many people didn't know me, and at least now you know me, and we can get to know each other more and talk about different things here. Yeah, you know, an online platform, let's say like YouTube, it's a platform that gives you chance, yeah, to communicate, to share life experiences, to share everything. Yeah, if you're willing to share, you just share. And let me say, I'm really grateful for you people, for the support that you are giving me, for the things that we are sharing here together. Yeah, and today I won't be moving around as usual. We will be doing a sit down video, and we shall talk one-on-one with you. Yes, I know I'm talking to you here. Yeah, so I don't know, today maybe I want to share something. Yeah, I don't know if you've ever gone under depression. Hey, that thing is really drowning, and you might think that that is not depression, maybe it's something else, but let me tell you, it's not that easy. So I have this story. Actually, it's about me. Yes, it's about me. So there is this time I was in school. I think I was in second year. Yeah, and let's say this thing that we call introvert, oh, you're from class maybe to your room, you just sit in your room, maybe watch some movies, then the next day it's class. If there's no class, you stay in your room. Actually, that's how, let me say, that's how we've been brought up. If we don't have something to do to our garden, you just stay indoors. Yeah, like this thing of maybe going to somewhere, visiting friends. So yeah, that one was not part of our life when we were growing up. Yeah, so that's what I came with to campus. Let's say going to high school, I was in a boarding school, and you know, when you are from a boarding school, maybe you've closed schools, you go home, there's a lot of work waiting you there. Your parent is like, you've been in school and now I want you to help me here back at home. Yeah, so that's what we could do. You help, and you don't have that time to go maybe somewhere play. Yeah, so that's how life went. And now when I joined campus, yeah, I didn't have that way of maybe making friend easily. Actually, I remember I had a roommate. She's the one who could come with her friends, so her friends could be my friends too. That's how I started making friends, from my roommate. And now I, like, everybody now, it reaches a time, you know, you have to maybe be in your own room. Yeah, everybody wants to stay alone, and being that I was not used to that, yeah, for the first semester I didn't, there were less rooms, so we could be joined. Maybe you meet someone who you don't know, yeah, you're put to stay together. Yeah, and now comes the second semester. At least I know more about the school. I went and looked for my room. Yes, and I stayed alone. Yeah, it was in the same hostel that we used to stay. But now, coming to second year 2.1, I was still alone in that room. And now, you see, now this staying alone, now you don't have the friend who used to connect you with other friends. Still, I hadn't made some friends at second year. Yeah, so now I could sit in my room. You know, now nobody knows about anything. It's a self-contained room. Yeah, like in campus, maybe some of you don't know how our rooms there in our school are. Like, there's just a bed. As it's a one room, yeah, that has a, we call it a bed sitter actually. Yeah, a room where you can put your bed. There's a washroom there and the side of a kitchen, but when you're sleeping you can see everything. Yeah, so that's the room that I was actually staying. Now, you know, if you are in such a room and you don't have classes, nobody will ever know. Actually, there was a neighbor who never knew me for the whole 2.1 that semester. My neighbor never knew that who was his neighbor. He could come and maybe knock, maybe at some point I'm not in the house. And actually, sometimes you can decide, if you are sent money from home, you decide go make some budget from the market, yeah, for the to serve you the whole week, yeah, and you will stay in the room. Maybe if you need something that is urgent, that's when you go outside, because utensils you wash in the room, everything you do it. I know you people know how it works when you are living in a self-contained room. Yes. So there's this time, actually I didn't know I was running into depression. Yeah. So there's this time, like it just comes. I just felt now like, why am I alone? Why do I just like, I don't feel like talking to people. Yeah, I just went silent. I couldn't receive any call. Yeah, yani from nowhere, you just feel now like you don't need people. You start pushing people away. Actually, people could come and knock at my door. I just peep at the window and I see maybe it's someone, then I just keep quiet, because I used to lock another padlock from outside. And if I've not locked, when you maybe you enter your hand inside for the doors that have that lock, yeah, you can feel like someone is not inside. So I never wanted to talk to people. And let me tell you this, how it came. I had a problem with my teeth, yeah, and I could not eat at that time. Maybe talking was a problem too. And you know, there's this time that reaches, maybe you do not receive calls. It's normal back in school. Yeah, like you're just in your own life. You are living your own life. Yeah, and you feel like, maybe I've been calling someone. Why don't they, like, it's me who puts the effort of calling them, but they can call me too. So that is how it started. Like, why do I keep on calling them and they can call me too? I didn't know what I was putting myself into. Then I started going silent, pushing people away. Like, someone calls and I'm like, no, I don't feel like talking right now. Yeah, and being that I had a problem with my teeth, so that contributed to, I stayed in that room for 2 weeks without talking to somebody, without going outside. I was just in my room, and thank God our classes were online by that time. I don't know what happened to our lecturers too. You know, when maybe you are getting into something, every condition, everything that is around surrounds you will contribute. If you've opened your mind, like, that's maybe something is coming into you, and that's how maybe sometimes depression works. Let me say from my side, I don't know, maybe some of you might have gone through that. Yeah, and me, that is how it came. Like, everything I was surrounded with, it contributed. Like, it was really giving me the support, pushing me to that hole of depression. Hey. And I was like, now there was no classes, so nobody could know. Maybe assignments, yeah, that if classes are online, we just send the assignments through our lecturer's email. So that's how it happened. And now I started feeling like, maybe, so after like 2 weeks, I was very silent, and I started asking myself now, and why don't even some of the people maybe that we are in class, maybe they're not concerned about me. Why can't they ask that ever? Like, maybe even give me a call, ask how I'm doing. Yeah, and I was like, or maybe they don't want me to. You see, everything, like, I just think the negative way. There's no way I could think anything positive. I just used to see the negative side of everything. And that is how I didn't know what I was going to enter myself to, but that's how it started. So I just felt like, no, maybe I'm not worth it, yeah, living. How can I be sick for 2 weeks? Nobody knows how I'm doing, and they can't even come and check. You see, now you are the one who says, like, they have to check, and you have their number too. You can also check on them, but now you are the one maybe thinking they should check up on you. And I know some people, that's how they go through. Like, a friend of mine, that's how she got into depression. Like, when you are in that state, okay, I didn't actually know that I was. Now you see, now it's like I'm into depression now. It reaches a point you feel like it's people who need to ask you. At some point now I opened the door and I started maybe walking, and you're like, why can't that person ask me what I'm going through? Maybe I can share. You personally, you can't tell what is going on. Like, you can't talk to someone. I don't know, maybe you feel like they will just talk it out. You know, people. Yeah. So you are like, maybe someone can talk to me. You are just walking around very silent. Yeah, and you're like, see, someone ask me what I'm going through, then I share. Yeah, you know, that's a problem that goes on with people maybe dealing with depression. Yeah, and let me tell you guys, if you see maybe someone is silent, just walking, know that there is something that is going through into their mind. And for us, the youths, yeah, maybe you are a parent there and you are having a child, yeah, that is at our age, the 20s to 30s. Yeah, I know that's the age mostly people will go through. Just, you are there as a parent, and a few days you just hear your child committed suicide, and you are like, but we've been talking to her, we've been doing this and this, why couldn't she share, why couldn't he share? It's because maybe the kid wanted you to talk to them, the child wanted you to ask. Actually, that is what personally I wanted. Like, can someone ask me what I'm going through, then I share, and this thing will be out. But nobody could ask me. Yeah, you see now, like, let me call it, Satan is trying to bring negative things into your mind, and he's piling things for you, yeah, that can continue pressing you down, pressing you down, so you end up maybe doing something that is bad. And I was just there. Yeah, so that's how it happened. So after, let's say after a month, yeah, we were having like some 2 weeks to exams. Yeah, and there's this friend of mine who came into my house and said, Eva, nowadays I can't see you in the church fellowships, you don't come to church, what is the problem? I've not seen you for a while. And I told them, maybe we can just cook and eat. Yeah, actually by that time I couldn't eat. I used to take some milk. That was my food. I just drink milk, sleep there. If I'm not watching, I just sleep the whole day. After class, I sleep. Maybe I'm done with my assignment, I just sleep. Yeah, so that is what kept me in the room. And now, after I went outside maybe to see if someone can actually talk to me so that I can explain. Yeah, and now thank God, this friend of mine came, and I'm not seeing you today, we are going out. Yeah, I'm taking you somewhere, we just go sit, make some stories. And I was like, but I don't feel like going, maybe we can sit in my house, let's go buy some meat, we come, we cook, and we make stories. Yeah, so that's how it came through. We shared a lot, and let me tell you, when maybe you are about to do something, I actually had felt like I have no meaning in this life. Maybe I would have done anything. I just started feeling like maybe dying is a solution just from nowhere. Now I started thinking of a lot of things that happened before, and I just saw myself meaningless in this life. And now what was in my mind, maybe, like, even if I die, it will hurt me. No, nobody will be hurt when I die. So that's what now was in my, just imagine, in like a month, and now that's what I'm thinking. Hey, so we made stories, and this person, I think maybe it's God who sent him. Yeah, he was a boy. It's God who sent him to come and maybe make stories with me. And whatever he was telling me, it was all about life. Ever, you know, maybe sometimes you might feel this and this, and you feel like you are meaningless in this life. And I'm like, what is he talking about? Did someone tell him about me? Yeah, so he really encouraged me, and he gave me his own story, and I ended up knowing that maybe I'm not meaningless in this life. I can do something. A lot of things awaits me. So this is the point that I'm trying to make. Kindly, in this generation of ours, maybe you, for the youth, you are going through a lot. Maybe someone, like, let's say how it is. Let me say concerning my country. Yeah, you are done with school, you are not employed, and maybe the parent is looking upon you. You are done with school, you should now start helping us. Maybe you have some siblings, yeah, you should start helping them, and there is no work. So you are just there maybe thinking, yeah, you just make yourself feel less. So for our parents, I'm kindly urging you, try hard to talk to, be open. Don't be like that parent who is very strict to their kids. Yeah, actually me and my mom, like, I realized we can share a lot of things. It's only that at some point you have to be a parent, but try making your children to be like, yeah, to be friendly with you in a way that maybe they can share something with you. They are free to share. Yeah, because this world, it's not easy. Someone might be thinking that maybe I'm useless in this family. How maybe I'm 25 years old, how can my parents be providing for me? And why is it that way? It's not their problem, it's the situation that have put them there. Like the things that are around, the surrounding has suggested that they will be there. But I know if also you are outside there and you are going through such a thing, yeah, ensure that you talk out. It's good to talk actually. And maybe avoid negative things. Yeah, try to develop yourself. Yeah, it's called self-development. Yes, like try to focus on the good things and try to do something. You might look for something. And one thing I want to say, me, I can do anything. Yeah, I don't care whether it's working for someone, going to the garden, dig, so long as I know the money that I'm receiving, it's legal, I've not done a bad thing, I can do it. Let's humble ourselves. You know, when you humble yourself, God will lift you. But when you make yourself proud, God will himself humble you. So before God humbles you, kindly humble yourself. I know you can do anything to avoid, you know, maybe at some point it's us who lead ourselves into depression actually. Yeah, you are there, maybe you're thinking, hey, me and my whole degree, how can I go work as a gardener? How? So you are there, you know, if you say that, how can I go and work as a gardener? One thing, you will not have money because the pride is up. Yeah, and you will also be like, when the pride is up, you know, you can't do anything. You will be like, I'm too big to work as this, I'm too big to do this, the stage that I am, I can't do this. Guys, humble yourself. You know, maybe at your workplace you are that cleaner. Me, actually, for me, I can do anything. I can work anywhere, even if it's to sweep, to clean toilets, so long as it's a job and I get paid money that I have worked for, I can work. You know, from that humbleness that you put yourself, maybe someone has been watching you. Yeah, there's this story of a certain man. I actually talked to him one day and he told me, Evelyn, I think he's now a CEO. Yes. He told me, Evelyn, nothing comes on a silver platter. Yeah, I think that saying is that way. If at me, actually, I did my degree, I saw that, like, maybe the degree wasn't enough. I went for masters. And you can imagine, with this masters, the only job I could qualify, it's being a sweeper. Like, I used to clean the compound, I used to sweep leaves, everything in a certain company. And from that sweeping of that company, someone noticed me, and one day there were some visitors. Let's say they've come for the business trip. Yeah, they were around their company, and someone noticed that man. He went, like, when you are just outside there, maybe you've been given some break, and someone came and talked to that man. Hello, yes, they talked, they shared a lot. And he asked him, why do you have masters and you're just sweeping here? He said this is what I could get as a job with my masters. Yeah, I can't remember the course that he did, but that is what he got. The only job that he qualified, like the only job that was available for him. So he told me, yeah, okay, I love sharing something with maybe my elders. Yeah, this one I was told when I was in attachment. Yeah. So he told me by talking with that man, like the man saw how humble he was. Very humble. Who can work as a cleaner with a master's certificate? Who? A lot of people cannot do that. People like, you are like, hey, me, no. Even some people are offered a job, yeah, and imagine you're from home, working from home, and like you come from your home, you don't pay rent, you eat what is at home. Let's say like if I'm employed here in Kagio, yes, I stay here, I can walk, go, come back, like there's no expense, and someone is paying me 20,000 and I deny the job because maybe I can't do as a shopkeeper because I did a degree. Imagine, that is not good actually. Even if, okay, we are taught to raise our standards, you cannot raise standards that way. Yeah, you have to consider like what, after all the expenses, imagine you are from home, everything, it like, let's say maybe the expense that you have maybe at job is for you to take lunch, let's say 100 daily, that's 3,000, and you are being paid 20,000. At the end of the month, to come home with 17,000 cash. This is the money that you know that there is no expense maybe now to purchase some things for you, and someone denies that because I have this, I cannot do such a job. Guys, you know, it's us who makes sometimes we make it difficult for us. Yeah, like we make it difficult for us to prosper. You know, from that humbleness, someone can identify you. So this man too was being identified, and he was called by the person who talked to him to their company. It was maybe some few miles away. Yeah, he was called there, and he asked him, hey, I saw how you are working, and from what I saw, I think God has talked to me. Maybe I can give you a job. And also by trying him, like maybe, you know, someone can now raise that pride. Oh, I'm now the big one here. He put him to be like a messenger, yeah, from sweeping to a messenger. The man, since he had gained that humbleness, yeah, he could still go do it. Yeah, so he started with the messenger part of his job. Yeah, and after 1 month he was promoted. You see, from sweeping, messenger, and now he was the vice manager, deputy manager, yeah, of that company. Imagine now if he could not have accepted the job of being a cleaner in that company, and now he is here. So it's the humble begins that matters. Yeah, you cannot just, even us, we did not just wake up grown-ups. Yeah, even you didn't wake up a grown-up. Maybe you went through, yeah, you are born, you don't know how to take care of yourself. Here comes, you can say something, you grow. You know, some people maybe someone can think like, I just want to, like, I want it. Like, for example, now me, like, I'm now fresh from campus with no experience, and I want a job of being a manager. How can I manage? How? I cannot manage it. It's like saying, God, I want a car, and I have never driven. How am I going to do that? Yeah, so let's actually know in life, like, what do we want? Let's avoid being taken into, we might want big things that leads us also into depression. You make your standard so high that you cannot qualify some of the things. So let's humble ourselves, know what we want in life. Because this life, if you say like, me I just okay want to drive, and you don't know how to drive, as I have already said. So know what you want in life. By knowing that, I think it will really help. Understand your situation. Like me, Evelyn, I understand myself. Like at this stage, there's some things that I can't do actually. Imagine now you're being given a job to be a manager somewhere in a very big company. How will you do it and you don't have any experience? How will you manage? You will end up maybe failing the company. So let's understand. That's what actually I learned from this story that I went through. Yeah, and never expect that people will know what you want. They might not know. Maybe them also, they're going through a lot, in that they don't have even your time. You can even say, oh, maybe relatives, no, they also have their own problems. You might not know. You can see someone passing there, but they have got a lot of problems that goes through their mind. So never expect someone to know what you're going through. You're the one who should maybe share and know where to share. You can start sharing by someone and they end up making you like feel now you are not even important to them. But what I can tell you, let's learn how to accept the situations that we are. Yeah, I know one day, one time, we will come out of maybe a certain situation. And mostly for us, the youths, kindly parents, learn to talk to us. You know, you can, maybe some parents, maybe you can talk to them and they answer you in a bad way that you never expected. You know, now that one demoralizes someone, and maybe the next day this person will not be able to talk to you, because back in his or her mind they think that you're not going to meet the expectation. Yeah, we might be going through a lot as youths, but having people who are around you, how they handle maybe situations with you, maybe how you talk to each other. Yeah, kindly, if someone wants to talk to you, give them time and learn to understand us too. Not that I come and talk to you and you're well kwenda huko, like just go. That's how our African parents do. And so well kwenda nini, how can you go into this and I'm here? Yes, you are there, but maybe this one just came. You know, like my mother is that into my life, in that after I overcame the depression, and I was like, but why couldn't I even talk to my mom? Yeah, you see, those are the things that comes out later. So let's learn to know. Mostly the thing that leads us into depression is having high expectations. Let's have low expectations. You know, when you have low expectations, like the impact that it brings into your life, it's even low. You might be expecting something big, and when it fails, you know that impact will be a big one. Yeah, so let's learn how to be to lower our expectation. When it comes big, you just accept it, but the expectation should be down here, not up there, like, oh, I want this, and now when it does not come, you are there, maybe you are alone, you just feel like maybe I'm not important, I'm not this and this. Yeah, kindly, I'm urging you. Yes, and today I think I felt like sharing this one with you, my people. Yeah, I know someone out there is watching this, and I hope you're going to be encouraged. Yeah, I'm not good at giving motivations and all those. Yeah, but I know at least I've encouraged someone. Yeah, know that you are not alone. Yeah, you can also share. We are here. And one key point, have less expectation. In this life, never put your expectations up, lower them, be humble so that God can lift you. Okay? Yeah, I'm almost becoming a pastor now, but it's just okay. So thank you so much for watching this video. Yeah, I hope we've encouraged. Maybe you have something to share. Kindly, you can do it. here. Yeah, and I'm very ready. You can also suggest something we can talk about here also. Yeah, you know, here we just share. You are my family, I'm your family too. We've created an online family here where we can share anything. Yeah, we do show you how we live here. Yes, and about our life too, we shall continue sharing more and more, and I know everything, it will be fine. So thank you so much for watching this video. May God bless you so much. If you've not subscribed, kindly consider subscribing. Bye bye, I love you so much. Mwah.